Jayson Stark making our Friday as always, and he brought a trivia question with us that's going to make us question our intelligence. Good morning to you, trivia. Right off the bat, what do you got for us this morning?
I did a little Terry Francona trivia. Seems appropriate, right? So, over 900 regular season wins in Cleveland. Only 3 other active managers have won at least 800 games for any team. Doesn't have to be their current team. So you got it? You have to name 3 active managers, not named Terry Francona, with at least 800 regular season wins for any team they've ever managed.
Okay. I mean, I know it. I just don't want people to feel bad.
Yeah.
So quickly,
Terry
Francona, a 3-time, I think, Nays, correct me if I'm wrong, Manager of the Year. So we are giving out awards. And I feel like in our minds, we've decided Shohei Ohtani is the AL MVP. Hasn't pitched in 2 months, hasn't hit in 1. And we have long had this discussion, Jayson, about the definition of most valuable player. If you take Corey Seager off, the Rangers are much worse for the wear, right? What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I wrote about this in my awards column today in The Athletic. And look, I'm a little troubled that Shohei Ohtani basically missed the whole month of September. And the reason is nobody's ever done that and won the MVP. Mike Trout missed 19 games 4 years ago, the final 19. And that's the only precedent, the only one who's ever even missed the last full week. And so I tried to think it through. I mean, first of all, he had a ridiculous season. Like, he's one person, okay? He's one person. Chipper Jones, in his whole career, never had an OPS plus as great as Shohei Ohtani had this year, right? And this guy, in his spare time, was the greatest pitcher on his team and arguably a Cy Young candidate. So the credentials, that part's not an issue. I think there are 2 questions. Is there a difference between missing all those games in September versus missing a bunch of games?
April, yeah.
Right, in June,
I think so.
April. And look, if you saw what happened to the Angels in September, you'd say, yeah, that wasn't very convenient. But I went back and looked at this, and we've had MVPs who missed many more games than Shohei Ohtani. George Brett in 1980 only played 117 games, Lauren. He missed 45 games, right? But he missed them in June and July for the most part. Barry Bonds, 2003, only played 130 games. Shohei played 135, so that's one thing. I think the other question is, if not him, then who? And to me, that answer would be Corey Seager. Sure. Right? But how many games has Corey Seager played?
He's played. He missed time.
He missed 41 games, so he's actually missed more time than Shohei. I mean, here are the candidates.
When he came back, he was just carried them at times.
He's been awesome. Like, Julio has been awesome. Like, this is a really compelling group. Shohei had a 10-win season and basically missed the month of September. I just felt like in the end, he's the choice. But it's not as simple as it would have been if he'd actually played.
The offseason is going to be interesting for Shohei in terms of a couple things, price and location, right? We're going to be all ears. Garrett Cole, a layup as AL Cy Young. I would think his last start just showed his dominance. He was just cruising through the Blue Jays lineup with ease. I saw a graphic before we got into this about best pitcher of what? Wait, can you put what he's doing into perspective first?
All right, here's the question that I asked in my column.
Okay.
Is Garrett Cole the best pitcher to have never won a Cy Young Award at this stage of his career? Okay, he's 32 years old, and
I had to check that he didn't because I couldn't believe
it's amazing,
it when I said
right?
It the other day on air.
He's been second, he's been third, he's been top 5, but I went back and tried to look at this. Okay, so as many wins as him, good in ERA as him, and a strikeout an inning to his age 32 season. It's only 2 guys since we've had the Cy Young Award. Him and a guy named Nolan Ryan. Okay, so that's pretty good company. Or if you can do it another way too. He's got a .659 career winning percentage. If you take out the strikeouts and put in the winning percentage, it's only him and Juan Marichal. I mean, that's pretty freaking great company, right? So then the question, okay, I think the question is, so is he greater than either of those 2? And here's the answer. It doesn't matter anymore because he's going to win this award unanimously.
Sure.
Isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. It's the avoiding injury. It's the durability. And I love asking this question. I asked you it in the commercial break. Best pitcher you ever saw pitch. You go, wow. And it was Pedro Martinez. That was the answer. A lot of people in this generation might say Garrett Cole in the future. Hey, give me your rookies of the year. Who do you got?
Okay. First of all, I want to mention this before I give the names.
Okay.
I actually predicted these two guys in spring training, and I've never gotten a prediction right in my life.
So dig yourself, Jayson Stark.
Thank you. I did that.
I'm back.
Gunnar Henderson and Corbin Carroll were my picks, and they're going to win, right? And this is in a year where I think we've had the deepest, most impactful group of rookies ever. And so in order to win Rookie of the Year, you have to do something historic. And both of these guys have. Now, Gunnar Henderson got off to a really slow start. He was under the Mendoza line at the end of May. And since then, he's been one of the best pitchers, one of the best players in the whole sport, not just rookies. If we take a look at all the players, all the rookies in history, okay, with an OPS like his and as many doubles, triples, and homers as him, here's the list. Heard of any of these guys? Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams, Dick Allen, Tony Oliva, same year, by the way, and Nomar. That's the list since 1936. And now Gunnar Henderson. That's good company. And then Corbin Carroll, pretty much the same deal. Hit his 10th triple of the year yesterday. 10, okay? So he's got 25 homers, he's got 29 doubles, he's got 10 triples, and he's over 50 steals. Nobody has ever had that season, rookie or otherwise. So that's amazing. Or if you just do it this way, 50 steals, weighted runs created plus of even 120 or better in the live ball era. Ichiro, Tim Raines, Corbin Carroll. So it's a Hall of Famer, guaranteed lock Hall of Famer, and a guy playing his first year in the big leagues at age 22. And so
you're a genius. You called it. And I asked you guys the question the other day. I said Corbin Carroll or Gunnar Henderson. You got to start your franchise with one. Their heads exploded. They go, no way, I'm not answering.
Right, because they're not rookies of the year. They're stars.
Jayson Stark, thanks so much. You're going to stick around.